Happy Monday, everybody. I am in the office today and I'm taking my morning 15-minute break to get a little walk in. It was going to be a busy day packed with interviews, but one of them moved to Thursday, so a little bit of a break today. Good morning. It is Tuesday and I am working from home today, so that meant an early morning run. I'm breathing a little heavy because I just had 5 by 20-second strides, so still trying to catch my breath. I have a busy morning of interviews today, and then I have some stuff I want to get done around the house, which right now I can't think of what it is. Sorry, I have to stop my watch. So I'll pop back in when the lighting's a little bit better and talk about what else I've got going on today. All right, it is my afternoon 15-minute break, and I need to take a little bit of time to clean up the kitchen. I need to put my lunch plate away and my snack bowl, wash up a couple dishes. Apparently someone left their breakfast dish in the sink, so I gotta rinse that out and put that away. All right, I know this is a little bit of a weird angle, but I am not a cooking chef, TV chef, so bear with me. I am making Zatarain's jambalaya for dinner tonight because it is easy, one, and two, my husband is closing tonight and tomorrow, so this is something I can make tonight and he will have leftovers for tomorrow. So it's just quick, easy, like no thought involved. Don't have to do too much thinking, and it will last a couple of meals. And then I can have this also tomorrow night. All right, my phone kept closing, so that kept getting cut off. But basically, if I had been thinking about it, what I would have done is made something on Monday night, like a shepherd's pie or a baked pasta dish, something that would have enough leftovers for Monday, well, obviously Monday, because that's when we would be eating it, Tuesday and Wednesday, so that he could have taken something today. I have no idea what he took. I was in interviews when he left, so I'm assuming he took like a sandwich or something, plus whatever, maybe 2 sandwiches for his lunch. But anyway, that is quick, easy dinner. Now I'm gonna go probably fold some laundry, maybe watch some TV, undecided yet, and maybe I'll bring you along with me. Bonus kitchen helper here. She makes sure the floor is licked clean and that nothing was spilled. And, I have to pay the cheese tax a lot. Okay, it is 9 o'clock. Husband is not home yet, but I am completely exhausted. So I'm going to take my Kindle and I'm going to go read Misery in bed for a little bit and maybe go to sleep. I don't know. We'll see how much I can read because I am exhausted. All right, I will see you in the morning. Well, it's Wednesday. It's not happy. I tried to go out for my run this morning and I am just way too exhausted. So I did 15 minutes and we're gonna call it, and we'll see how I feel later today. Maybe I can do a walk at lunch or after work. I'm gonna try to do my weights tonight, but just didn't sleep well, Struggle is real sometimes. It is a little past 12. I am on my lunch break, and I'm trying to decide what I'm gonna do during my lunch break. I did trash and recycle before work. My morning break, I got the bathroom cleaned. Notes to Novel Lesson 4, I started it last night. I'm trying to read through the genre guide for my main genre and subgenre, whatever you want to call those. I might read through that. Otherwise, I also still need to read a little bit of Misery. And I'm thinking I'm going to do the notes to novel at lunch and read Misery after work. That way, right now, my brain is a little bit more focused, not mush. And I can focus more on the genre guides now, and then this evening read Misery. But I also need to do Project Life week 5, so that's last week, the 26th through the 1st. I usually do that on Sunday afternoons. I just did not. So I might, on my afternoon break, edit the pictures for Project Life and print them out. So that is my plan for now. Read my notes to novel. My afternoon break, I will edit my Project Life pictures and print them out. That, I think I can do that in 15 minutes. Select them, edit them, print them. Yeah, I should be able to do that. And then maybe assemble that tonight. If not tonight, I will do that on Friday because I want to get that done before Sunday, because Sunday afternoons I like to do the week. So Sunday, the 8th? I would do the week of the 2nd through the 8th. Because usually Sunday afternoons, Sunday nights, there's really not anything I'm adding to there. I might leave a blank spot because of the big game and just have like some journaling about the commercials or the game itself. I don't know. So yeah, I'm going to go read my notes to novel genre guide and see what else I can get done on this lunch hour. It's like 12:45 and I realized the one thing I forgot to do during my lunch break was eat my lunch. So I'm going to go grab some food and eat that before I have to go back to work. All right, I did get my photos printed and edited on my little 15-minute break, but I didn't get to do anything else. I got distracted. I started to do something else. I don't remember what it was. So here I am after work, and I thought I might as well try and put my Project Life together. And so I'm going to do all of the cutting. Oh, that one was a really bad cut. I'm going to do my paper cutting, and then I will bring you back to put the spread together maybe. I thought I would try to do a little overhead, and I'm probably going to speed this up and do a voiceover. It is a little dark over here. It is 4:40 and I couldn't get my light out. So this is what we have. I've got my pictures here. This is my week 5 spread, and didn't make any notes on my post-it notes. We'll set that aside. I am using the February Allie Edwards kit. And alright, I am just going to put this on speed up and either do some music or voiceover. The first thing I do is lay out my photos. I try to make sure that there is kind of a visual weight to them, or that subjects aren't too close to each other. And then I go through all of the cards looking for sentiments that I feel work for the week, journaling cards that I want to use together, and anything like that. And it's just kind of a mix and match until it looks right, feels right kind of thing. And then going through the embellishments, I do always try to keep my embellishments in groups of 3 and kind of forming a triangle. And that could be 3 on each pocket page, or like this, 3 across the entire spread. Here I put down the word strip phrase, and I realize I forgot the little heart. I wanted to include the heart, so I go ahead and put that on. And then I just do a little tiny journaling on each of those embellishments. once I have all of the embellishments done, I go ahead and start my journaling cards. And I try to keep the items on the journaling cards close to what is in the photos surrounding it. So the yellow February card has stuff about notes to novel and my new earrings. All right, there is my completed spread. I know it's not very good, but I do what I can, and I'm pretty proud of what my spreads have become, how they've evolved over the last couple of years of doing Project Life. So sometimes I don't put the date on here, the year I mean, because it's in the album for the year. But I don't know what I'm going to say in the voiceover part of this, so I'm going to keep it pretty simple. It took me about 20 minutes or so to complete this, and that includes going through and picking out the cards, putting the embellishments on, and writing the journaling. The pictures took me about, 10 or so minutes to edit and print. So overall it took me about 30 minutes to do this spread. Some weekends or some weeks it takes me a little bit longer depending on like how complicated I make it, and other weeks it's really simple depending on how simple I make it, I guess. So that is my Project Life spread for week 5, which was last week, 126 through 2-1. If you want to watch the vlog version of last week, I will link it up at the top there. I'm just out here waiting for falling stars in my Animal Crossing game while watching some YouTube and about to eat some gluten-free double stuffed Oreos. Oh, and I just got that falling star at last second. I heard it. Normally I keep the volume down, but since I'm watching a video and trying to just get some falling stars, I have the volume up. But yeah, I am loving double stuffed gluten-free Oreos. Such an exciting Wednesday night. I am watching what Michaela reads. She does a lot of thriller books, and that is definitely one of my favorite genres. So yeah, this is my Wednesday night. I hope you are having a good Wednesday night as well. So this crazy lady, this little pibble here, she gets an 8 o'clock Chewy. It's over there, and she's over here with Patrick, just chilling out, like it's no big deal. Go get your Chewy. Get that Chewy. You want Patrick? You love Patrick, huh? Get that. Get the Chewy. Get it. Get it, 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 get it. No? Oh! Ferocious bark. Ferocious bark. And now that we've played a little bit, she can chew it. She's a little weirdo. What can I say? We love her, though. Oh, no. What's it doing? What's it doing? Get it. Silly, silly old lady. Good morning? Question mark. It is Friday, and I did not film any vlog clips yesterday, Thursday, because it was a busy day. Thursdays are like my in-office day every week for sure, and then the other days rotate depending on office needs, my needs, all that stuff. So always Thursday go in. Yesterday ended up being morning back-to-back meetings, so I didn't take a 15-minute break, didn't get outside for my walk, nothing. Took my lunch, able to read Misery. I got to 95%. I was like, oh, I'm so close, but I have to go back to work. Then I had back-to-back interviews in the afternoon, didn't get my walk break. But while I was waiting for my ride, I did finish Misery. So I got that last 5% done. I'm done with Misery. And I picked back up The Cabin at the End of the World by Paul Tremblay. I started reading this in October. If you can see, that's about, here's my bookmarks. I've got like maybe a quarter of it to go. I just was not feeling it in October by the end of the month. Like, this was the only, I read one other book in October, but I tried to read this book. It took me the whole month to get 3/4 of the way through. It just wasn't holding my attention, which I have read other books by Paul Tremblay and I have enjoyed them. So I don't know if it was like I wasn't in the mood or what the deal was. So now we're going to try to finish this one in February. So that will be the 2 books that I didn't finish in 2025 finished in early 2026. That's the plan. That's the goal. And then continue to work on reading other books on my to be read list. But for now, it is Friday morning. I am mentally and physically exhausted. I don't know if you have ever been exhausted to the point where you want to cry, because that's where I'm at. I did not go out for my run this morning. I couldn't bring myself to do it. I've had my 2 cups of coffee. I'm probably going to make either coffee or tea again later this morning. I don't know. It's going to be a tough one getting through this day. I'm going to sign off for now, go to work, because my work is over here. I'm literally sitting at my desk filming this right before my start time. And then I will probably pop back in at some point today and figure out what we're doing today. It is laundry day, so we're going to wash some clothes. I'm probably going to fold my clothes at lunch because I still haven't folded last week's clothes. So yeah, I hope your Friday is going well. I hope you're not exhausted as I am, and I will chat with you later. My dog was barking, so I went outside to see what she was barking at, and there is a Goodyear blimp just hanging out. And apparently she did not like that. It is my lunch break, and I am trying to get some of my laundry folded. I forgot when I was doing my little clip this morning that I had my mastermind meeting today, so that was the first half an hour of my lunch break, and it is a writing mastermind. So we all took Sarah Cannon's Publish and Thrive and are working on writing our novels. We're all at we're in clearly different phases of writing our novels, and we just meet once a month and talk about our struggles, our wins, our challenges, things like that. This month, it seems everybody's challenge is the same, and that is struggling with finding time to write and just being run down in general. Like, everybody's tired, everybody is just exhausted. So we commiserated on that, and then now that that is over, I'm going to try and get through some of last week's laundry folded because I am starting on this week's laundry. I have a load that's finished up in the dryer of towels. That was a really weird way of saying that. I have a load of towels in the dryer, and I have a load of my workout clothes drying on the drying rack. My work clothes are currently in the wash, and then I have one more load left, and that would be like my clothes, that casual clothes, ones that go in the dryer. Because my workout clothes and work clothes I do not put in the dryer. So that is where I'm at, and I am using you to kind of body double and hold myself accountable and get some of this stuff done and folded so that I can fold the rest of my stuff. I also, and maybe I'll do that on my 15-minute break, need to do a quick kitchen tidy. I have to put away some dishes, empty the dishwasher, and probably just wipe down the countertops again. So yeah, that'll probably be my afternoon break. And finally, I am trying to decide if I'm going to do my weight workout after work. So I did not go out for my run this morning because I was tired. So I could go out for a run after work, or I could do weights, or I could do stuff around the house. I haven't quite decided what I'm going to do. It really is going to depend on how I feel. Right now, I'm just exhausted. So the idea of going for a run or lifting weights just does not appeal to me. But then I have to think, does it just not appeal to me because I don't want to do it, or am I truly exhausted? So, like on Wednesday, I tried to go for my run, and I just could not do it. I thought I was going to cry, and that's how I felt this morning when I got up. I was just so tired. I thought I was going to cry, so I didn't want to push myself this morning. I have had 2 cups of coffee. I'm thinking about making more, or having some Earl Grey tea or something else with caffeine to kind of get me through the afternoon. But if I have some more caffeine, I'll probably feel a little bit better. So then, do I do a workout? And if I do a workout, do I do a run or weights? So that is my conundrum. I have a few more hours to think about it. I also need to work on some of the stuff for Notes to Novel, because I think the new week releases on Saturday, tomorrow. Could be Sunday. I am not 100% sure off the top of my head. I have to look that up and see. And I need to figure out when I want to go to Staples and Office Max, Office Depot, whichever one it's called, because I want to look at some desk chairs in person before I commit to buying one, either at Staples or ordering one of the fancy expensive ones that I've found online, just to kind of give myself the peace of mind that I've done my full due diligence. I have been wanting to order a new chair all of this week, but the ones I'm looking at are like $500, and I'm really struggling with, do I want to pay $500 for a chair? Will a $500 chair actually last longer than, say, the $100 or whatever chairs from Office Max, Office Depot, Staples, Best Buy, wherever type place? So that is my current struggle. And I just feel like going and looking at some in person, sitting in them, maybe finding a chair that works at one of those places would be better than just randomly ordering online. Even though I have read the reviews, I have looked at all of the websites, the manufacturers, like the brand's website. I've looked at Amazon. I've looked at some of those like Wired Consumer Report type things and read about them. And all of the chairs that I've looked at overall have really good reviews or ratings or whatever you want to call them. But there's always like, and I click and I look through, I read all of the different ratings, the 5 stars, the 4 stars, all the way down to the 1 stars. And there's always some negative reviews. So I like to read those. I try to focus on like the 2, 3, and 4 stars over the 1 and 5, because the 1 and 5s always seem to be like, I don't know, the most over the top. So I try to look at those middle ground ones, but they all have stuff like, oh, this worked great, I have no back pain, no issues with it whatsoever. And then like the next one you read is, yeah, this caused me to have back pain when I didn't have back pain before. And honestly, some of that could be user error. Some of it could be the chair. Some of it could just be like, that's not the right chair for that person. And I don't know. When I'm spending $500 on it, those negative reviews have like stuck in my brain. And I'm like, do I want to spend this money? And then I just start overthinking it and I get overwhelmed and I just give up. But I can't give up because I need a new chair. So my solution is I am going to check out some chairs in person and just see, if there's any similar to the ones that I'm looking at online. And if so, maybe those are better chairs that I sit in person and I like one of those better. There's a few features that I know I would prefer, and I like the armrests that are movable, so you can like slide them forward, back, in, out, things like that. But that's not necessarily a deal breaker for me. I would prefer having those kind of movable armrests. What I really want is the seats that kind of like tilt forward or slide forward and backwards so you can adjust that part, because depending on the office chair, like my thighs sometimes get sore by the end of the day when I'm sitting in a chair for 8-9 hours a day. And yes, sometimes I do sit in a chair for 9+ hours a day. Sometimes I forget to take breaks. Sometimes I don't have time to take breaks. So I'm only getting up to like run to the bathroom or whatever. And I would like a chair that by the end of the day, I'm not sore on the back of my legs, back of my thighs. So that is my current conundrum, issue, whatever you want to call it, regarding chairs. So now I have to try and figure out time to run to those couple of locations and see what kind of chairs that I like or don't like or whatever. And that took me all of 10 minutes, and I've put it off for an entire week because I don't know. I just hate folding laundry. It is my least favorite chore. I don't mind washing. I don't mind drying. For some reason, it's just the folding that gets me. But it's done now. Now I have a whole other set of clothes that will need to be folded. And this is a good reminder that you build it up in your mind thinking it's going to take all of this time. It takes 10 minutes. So I hope you got something done in this 10 minutes. And I need to end this clip because I'm going to have to go back to work soon. Okay, it has been a while since I checked in. I did chop the broccoli and I did finish Notes to Novel Lesson 5. So I am pretty much done for the day. I do have January one little word on here. I am not going to do that. It is like 6 something and I just want to read my book or play my video game or something. I don't want to think anymore. So that is where I'm at on Friday night. exhausted, but still plugging along. Happy Saturday. I am still really exhausted. I decided to skip my run and I am taking the dog out for a walk. I will insert a clip here of her reaction when I just was thinking I was going to take her for a walk and said, "Let me get up," because she was laying on me. Here's her reaction. Why you yell? Why you yell? Why are you yelling? What do you think? What do you think is going on? And now we are out on a walk. I did do some light kitchen cleaning this morning. I washed a couple dishes, wiped down the counters, and yeah, now I'm out on a what we call a sniffari, because we just walk a few feet, take a sniff break, walk a few more feet, take another sniff break. But, you know, things we do for our dogs, right? Not sure what I'm going to get done the rest of the day, since I'm just feeling like crap. So we'll see. Oh yeah, I did play some Tiny Bookshop this morning. I forget how much I like that game until I play it. So, hey, leave it. Leave it. Good girl. So yeah, I played some Tiny Bookshop. Leave it. Might play a little bit more this afternoon, maybe later today, because yes, I forget how much I enjoy it, how fun it is, and I have lots of stuff still to complete in that game. So for now, I'm going to sign off and finish this dog walk. I have a big, scary, black pit bull. People cross the street when they see her coming. I just finished editing Project Life Volume 2, and so that will go out on, I think Monday is the day I have those set to go out, and that is exporting right now. I think I'm going to work on one little word. I need to find a picture to put in there and write my January reflections, and then probably another picture for here. And then I need to start February, and these are my notes about links for videos, so nothing really fancy or important. But now we wait for this to export, and while that's doing that, I also need to go make a thumbnail, because I always forget to do that. It is Sunday morning, about 9:30, and I'm feeling a little less exhausted today, but I'm still feeling like I'm just bleh. I don't know if it's allergies or what, or if like I'm having some kind of like iron deficiency or some other thing. I don't know, but I did not go out for my run this morning, and I've just been playing Tiny Bookshop on my Switch, getting some of my little quests or whatever they're called in here done, watch some YouTube videos, and I'm about to watch Will Trent, because I believe there's a new episode. I haven't checked, but I'm going to look and see if there's a new episode of Will Trent to watch. My dog is back here behind me. I don't know if you can see her. And then I do want to do my plan for the week. Project Life. Maybe edit this vlog. Where am I at? Legos. I need to work on my T-Rex. And notes to novel. Those are like the things I want to do today. Oh yes, I also need to mop the floor in the kitchen, fold laundry. I think that's it for like cleaning chore type thing. What are you up to on Sundays? Like, what is your Sunday routine? Let me know in the comments. I would love to hear it. And maybe I'll do a little filming during my planning session. It is time to work on next week's plan. I still am working on this week. Like, I actually did get my fold closed. Last week's clothes folded, and then when I watched Will Trent a little bit ago, I folded this week's laundry, so that's all done. Let's see. I can't do my humidifier filter because it still has water in it, so I gotta let that run down. Haven't done anything else today. I have not accomplished a lot. So if you haven't watched any of my planning videos, this is the B5 Hemlock and Oak weekly planner. And I used to use this plus a bullet journal, but I decided, well, I used this plus a bullet journal in January. All of last year I used a happy planner with a bullet journal, but I'm now trying to use just this. I do still have my bullet journal. It has some annual and monthly stuff, although I remembered there's a bunch of blank pages back here, so I might move some of that stuff in here. I might just wait and do that next year. I'm way undecided. It is way early. Anyways, I'm rambling. We are going to be planning the week of 2/9 through 2/15 in here. I have some stickers. I've got the Chrissy-Ann Designs Celebration Collection. This is the 2025 version. I realized I only had this sheet. I didn't order any of the kit, which I normally order. So I have also the Celebration Holidays. And I have not seen if she is doing this again. I think she said she was, but I haven't seen the collection up. I don't think I'm going to buy it again for 2026. I have way more than enough stickers. I don't need to do the Celebration collection again. So to supplement, I found this little half sheet I have, and these colors here go pretty well with this page, so I'm going to use that. And then for my weekly sticker, I have these two options. I was looking at either this dark blue. It's not an exact match to this blue, but it looks pretty good with that. Like, these couple down here line up really well. Same with this light pink, or I think over here I was looking at this green. The orange isn't quite right, yellow isn't quite right. The pink, possibly. This one, it matches here. So I've got a few different options that I'm going to wait and see how everything else turns out before I add my weekly sticker. And then, because I probably am going to need some more boxes, I grabbed my reusable sticker sheet. So I've got lots of options in here. I've got checklists, full boxes, half boxes, mostly color sorted. And then I've got the smaller boxes. I've got all of these, some like post-it note kind of looking ones, some arrows, and then just there is a bunch of icons, word sayings, decorative icons, and then I do have one extra February box, but I am going to put this on music and or voiceover, and I am going to get to planning. Once I put the dates on the date covers, I put on the washi, and I thought I was so clever cutting off that little end and putting it on Sunday. I was not so clever in my placement. I do not like how the washi and the date covers look. Not my favorite, but I already committed to it, so I left it. When I go to pick the this week schedule green, I picked the wrong one. I picked the brighter green when I meant to get that little bit darker green. It goes just a little bit better with the colors in this spread. Oops. And another oops, I forgot I was actually scheduled off on Friday, so I moved a few stickers around before going back to filling in my tasks. Lastly, I grabbed my goals notebook to just make sure I'm staying on track and adding anything I want for the week. This is about as far as I can go for this week. My coach hasn't put in my runs, not surprising because I've been so exhausted this week I haven't done anything. So once she updates that, I will go ahead and put those in. And then, as it's only 11:30 this morning, I'm going to see what else I can get crossed off for today. I really should do my February reading setup and just be done with that. So maybe I will do that next. But I've put in the main things that I do every week and a couple of other things, like I have my taxes here on Saturday because my Charles Schwab account said they'll have everything by the 13th. So that is where we're at. I think I'm going to go eat lunch and then figure out what I'm going to do the rest of today. I did try to take a nap. I slept maybe 20-30 minutes, if even that. I was kind of dozing in and out. So now I am putting together Legos. This is going to go here and be this other leg. So working on bag 13. I think I'm going to do 14 as well. And then I've got a couple more bags for later this month. Second leg is in place. Look at the cute little claws. So now the legs and claws are fully done, and I think I'm going to call that for today. I want to go work on Project Life. All right, it is about 5 o'clock on Sunday. I'm going to wrap up this vlog for the week. I did not get everything done that I wanted to today or this weekend. I still need to mop the kitchen floor. I'm working from home tomorrow. If I have time, I will do that tomorrow. And the only other thing I have on my list that I need to get done are my Instagram posts. I'm going to do that while we watch the big game tonight. And I also need to go watch another lesson in Notes to Novel. So that is where I'm at for the week. I hope your week was a lot better than mine. I hope you were not as tired as I was. And this vlog is basically going to be called Exhausted because that is what I felt this week. And here's to hoping that next week is better. I am going to continue this vlog next week. Figured try it out for the month of February, see how it goes, things like that. Let me know in the comments if there's anything you would like more of or less of in the vlog. I can't talk today. And I don't know what I was going to say there. And be sure to hit that like and subscribe button for future videos. And go do something that brings you joy.